The Northland is an amazing place, and we're hitting the road to show off your town. Today, the spotlight's on you, Ironwood. Your town in Ironwood, Michigan starts now.
A lot of excitement as we start this summer's Your Town series in Ironwood, Michigan.
Yeah, we are thrilled to showcase this region as we put on our first live newscast within Gogebic County. Good evening, I'm Laura Lee.
And I'm Dan Wolf. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a lot to get to here in Ironwood this
Yeah,
evening.
you know what, and it's been a very good day for us. The rain has held off, so we're very excited about that. But we do have a jam-packed show for all of you, showcasing the beautiful and charming Ironwood community. So we have so much in store. Our teams have been traveling back and forth to Ironwood to capture all of those stories that we're going to bring you tonight.
Yeah, we've got a lot to get to here, from the historic depot celebrating a big anniversary to taking in the view from the largest ski jump in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, you're not going to want to miss that.
My palms are already sweating.
Yes, all that is coming up tonight in this live show. But first, we want to introduce you to this very charming community. In case you don't know much about Ironwood, the town is in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, nestled right next to Lake Superior.
That's right. It was founded in 1886 and it prospered as a mining town. It is now filled with historical buildings and centerpieces. And that's including one of Ironwood's most iconic places. That would be the historic theater. Not only does it sit in the center of town, but it's also a central part of this community.
That's right. It opened back in 1928. 95 years later, its marquee still lights up East Aurora Street, calling people in to enjoy music, dance, movies, plays, and much more. There are some full-time staff like Bruce Greenhill, the theater's manager, but much of the programming, marketing, and the facility is managed by the TLC work, and all done by volunteers. Greenhill says it's incredible to work alongside people so dedicated to keeping history alive, especially because of the role it plays in the community. Present
a forum for those who might not necessarily be gifted academically or athletically, but it gives young people a place where they can explore who they are and who they're going to be.
And while the theater has gone through renovations, some of the ornate structure is still original, including the Barton organ. It was installed when the theater was built and has even been recognized by the American Theater Organ Society. How about that? You can help support that organ's maintenance during a fundraising concert tomorrow night. The theater's organist, Tim Messin, is going to be playing some original music on the theater's grand piano and keyboards. The show starts at 7 o'clock. Yeah, this historic Ironwood Theater has a ton more planned for this summer and fall, including a huge Wizarding World fundraiser in October. Yeah, there's a lot going on. You can find their full schedule of events on our website at northernnewsnow.com. We've got a lot more to get to out here, but we do still need to get to the news. Let's throw it back in to Rob Coles.
Yeah, Dan and Laura back here. Crews are still searching for an 18-year-old man on a lake in the BWCA. The Cook County Sheriff responded Wednesday evening to call of an overturned canoe on Gillis Lake. Authorities say two men were fishing when the canoe tipped. One man was able to swim to shore while the other, who was not wearing a life jacket, never resurfaced. Several departments are conducting search and rescue operations. And the First Lady will be heading to Minnesota this weekend as part of several stops to celebrate Pride Month. First Lady Jill Biden is expected to arrive at noon tomorrow. She will deliver remarks at a political event for the President Victory Fund in Minneapolis. Then she'll stop at a local event celebrating Pride in Minneapolis. Dr. Biden then heads to Nashville for another Pride event that evening. And some may be on the hunt for agates. Others may be hunting for beer this weekend at Ursa Minor. The brewery's annual Agate Festival may not be until August, but this year they want to get Northlanders excited for the event. Tomorrow you can bring your agates to them to check out, to be registered by a geologist while you sip on their Agate Hunter beer. The brewery says the event is in its third year because of its popularity.
Yeah, a ton of people come out for Agate Fest every year, and we just want to make it a bigger and better event year to year. And this is one of the events that we decided to extend off of the typical Agate Fest that we've hosted in the past.
Their summer kickoff starts tomorrow at 3 p.m. and features live demonstrations from the Duluth Makerspace. We've got more information about it on our website, northernnewsnow.com. But we want to head back out to Ironwood for our Your Town show forecast with Chief Meteorologist Adam Lorch. Adam, how's the weather out there?
The weather actually turned out pretty perfectly here, Rob. When we got here, it was like 84, 85 degrees, and the sun was beating down on us. But the clouds kind of moved in a little bit, the wind has picked up a little bit, and it is just perfect out here. No rain in Ironwood, Michigan. I know they probably would rather it be raining right now, but for the live show at least, pretty ideal. Let's take a look at satellite and radar out there, because we do see widespread showers and thunderstorms here across most of the region. There are some spots that haven't really seen a whole lot of rain yet, but I promise your time is coming. It just might be a little bit later on tonight, tomorrow, or Sunday. We do have plenty of time to still see some rain. Air quality will be an issue as we head into tomorrow, especially across northeast Minnesota and some areas of northern Wisconsin. We're going to be seeing the bulk of the thickest smoke across northeast Minnesota in the Arrowhead region and along the South Shore in a couple of areas as well. As we head into Saturday nights, the smoke will linger around a little bit, but should diminish as we head into Sunday. So hopefully we see things kind of clear out then. Temperatures are sitting in the 60s and 70s across the region. 67 in Duluth, 77 in Orr, 78 in International Falls, 67 in Ashland, 75 for Hayward, and 74 here in Ironwood. Like I said, pretty perfect. Tomorrow, we'll be seeing, again, some scattered showers and thunderstorms, a few in the morning, a few in the afternoon. It's not going to be raining all day long, so you will have some opportunities to get outside, take care of any chores that you got to do. But it will be cooler, it will be breezy as well, and I'll take a look at that extended forecast, talk about what we can expect into Sunday and the rest of next week in a bit, but I'll send it back over to you guys.
I can't believe the rain is held off given the clouds we've seen come over so far. Knock on wood.
I know.
It stays that way.
And even seeing the radar, we're like, oh, it's missing us to the north, to the south, so we're very lucky today.
Very fortunate.
Thank you, Adam.
Seriously. Well, hey, Michigan voters legalized recreational marijuana in 2018, the first Midwest state to do that.
Yeah, and since then, the industry has been growing like a weed right here. This industry, of course, the city of Ironwood has been cashing in on it. The city opened up applications for 2 retail licenses. Those stores, including Higher Love, have been open in Ironwood for about a year now. Ironwood took in about $100,000 in tax revenue from recreational marijuana sales last year. And there's a big push to give that money to the Public Safety Department.
Public Safety is looking at buying an $800,000 new fire truck. You know, they're very expensive, and so they're slowly been putting away money for that, and these dollars will help with that.
Based on all of the demand, the city recently voted to open up more retail licenses. Well, as we mentioned earlier, Ironwood has a lot of history and a lot of focus on the art culture here. We are nestled right outside of the depot, which is celebrating 130 years. Joining me now is Michael Meyer with the Chamber. Can you talk about just the importance of Ironwood's history and how it attracts thousands to this community?
History is very important here. For the first major case that you can comment about, of course, is the history of mining and logging and the enormous number of immigrant groups that came here. Most notably the Finlanders and the Italians, certainly miners from Cornwall in England. So there's a large ethnic diversity of this community historically, going back to around 1900 or before. This is very attractive for people to come and visit and learn about their heritage.
And you know what also we've noticed too is the landscape here. You know, we're nestled by the lake, but in wintertime there's a slopes, summertime there's trails. Mm-hmm. How do you think this community continues to attract younger people to the region and to the area?
Well, because it's easy to experience this. I mean, we do have a couple of stoplights, and that's about it. And the rest of the time, if you're a young person and you're working remotely and it's 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, you don't have to drive 50 miles to go somewhere. You just walk out your door and you're on the slopes in 5 to 10 minutes, or you're on the Iron Bale Trail here on your skis. Recreation here is such an easy thing to do, and that's a powerful attractive for somebody who doesn't want to work to enjoy recreation.
And as a member with the Chamber, you obviously want to bring a different set of eyes to create a new vision for the community, and also pay respect to the vision that was created here in the years that's created Ironwood. How do you think those new visitors and even the new business owners that come here, how do you think they continue to make this community thrive?
Well, the first thing the young people bring, as well as older folks who have lived other parts of the United States, they bring different ideas. They've experienced new things, and they come here and they look upon this almost as a canvas upon which they can plant new seeds and develop. And that's really what has changed this community over the past 10 years, are these new ideas, people with fresh experiences, people with different skills. The idea of computer remote work got a tremendous boost under COVID, and a lot of people moved here. They got out of the cities and they brought their work with them here.
What a perfect way to work remotely in this charming community. Michael, thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much.
And congratulations on 130 years.
130 years is a long time, but I haven't been here that
long.
long.
No, of course not. We want to make that clear.
Thank you.
Michael, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, still to come, get ready to see quite a sight as our own Dan Wolf goes straight up to the most breathtaking view in the Northland. Well, we all know the Northland is known for its beautiful scenery.
That's right, but I challenge anyone to find a better Northwoods view than what I experienced right here in Ironwood just the other day. It was spectacular. That would be the lookout from Copper Peak. For 25 years, it was an active ski jump tower and one of the tallest on Earth. While the ski flying, as it's called, ended back in the mid-90s, Copper Peak was repurposed into an adventure ride that ends with a sight that will absolutely take your breath away.
Well, I've bungee jumped and I've skydived. I've done a lot of those things, but I tell you, compared to this, that stuff's small potatoes.
This is Copper Peak back in the 1970s.
We gotta go up.
The 26-story tower was built high atop a bluff outside Ironwood in 1969. It quickly became world-renowned in the sport of ski flying, hosting 10 international events between 1970 and 1994.
Because they accelerate to 70 miles per hour in 4 short seconds. Sometimes disaster is narrowly avoided, and sometimes it meets you head on.
But in the mid-90s, Copper Peak ski flying as a whole hit the skids with expensive renovations needed and the money not there. Thankfully, the folks who brought the hill to life found a new purpose.
Literally, it's a view from the top of the world.
Jean Jackson is the chalet manager at Copper Peak, which is now an adventure ride, a fitting title given what you experience en route to the top.
If you don't like heights, it's a little challenging.
An understatement. The ride begins at ground level with a 350-foot vertical climb on the steepest ski lift in North America.
But I've had airplane pilots have some extreme difficulty with the chairlift ride.
Charlie Supersinski used to fly from the tower back in the day and has been an integral part of Copper Peak ever since. For us, serving as a tour guide as we entered part 2 of the adventure.
This is the elevator. We're going to go up in the elevator, I'm told.
Up another 18 stories.
That's what, 470 steps?
Then the elevator door opening to reveal a stunning view atop the observation deck.
And on a clear day, crystal clear day, we can see across Lake Superior to the vicinity of Granbury, Minnesota.
The Black River, Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Isle Royale, the Apostle Islands, even Canada, visible from the lookout high above Ironwood. So to reach this point, we did a 380-foot vertical climb on the lift and then a 150-foot climb in an elevator, and we're not done yet.
Oh.
But moments later, I decided I was done.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you got this, Dan.
No, I'm going to let you do it.
Chief photographer Alex Lytle scaled the final 8 stories for me to capture the view from the tip top that people travel from far and wide to see.
As far away as Japan, we've had Israel. Gosh, just they come from all over the world, you'd be surprised.
In years from now, they won't just be coming here for the view. That's because of plans to turn Copper Peak back into a ski jump thanks to new state investment.
So this is coming back.
This is
gonna
coming
be the
back.
site of
Yeah.
competitions
This
again.
is coming back, absolutely.
At the end of the day here, there's only one winner and everyone else loses.
A staple of Ironwood returning to its winter roots, but in the meantime, delivering a unique adventure high atop the UP.
It's challenging getting there, but it's well worth every little challenge you get along the way.
It was well worth it. Still no timeline on when that work to restore it back to that ski flying tower is going to be, but it will at some point, I'm told. And you might have noticed there weren't a ton of people there when we were there. Well, in the fall, when you got the fall colors, thousands of people, long lines, I'm told. So it's incredible to check out. And you know, it's not that I was scared to go to the top. I was just thinking of our photographer, Alex.
Were you?
I wanted him to get the full experience without being crowded by me.
Oh, okay. So. I'm sure Alex could say otherwise.
Selflessness.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what that was all about.
Stunning views, though.
Yeah.
What an incredible story. And again, you have to check that out yourself. Just beautiful. I'm going to stay down here on the crown. As we look up 800 feet.
That might be my only time to it. Yeah.
Well, stay with us. We have Weather with Adam coming up after the break.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Still here in Ironwood, Michigan for our live show. The weather is gorgeous out here, and I have a special guest here with me. This is actually our 25-year-long weather watcher, Dave Rowe from Ironwood. How's it going, Dave?
It's going great, Adam. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great to meet you. I've never met you before, I don't think, so great to put a face to the name. How did this winter go? How much snow did you guys see this winter?
This was a long winter. I think we ended up with 256 inches of snow. It started early in October and ended late.
How do you guys do it?
You have to find something that you like in the winter. If you don't like snow, this is a terrible place to be. But if you love the snow, it's a great place to be. So you downhill ski, you cross-country ski, you snowshoe, you ice fish, you enjoy those winter sports. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was great meeting you here. And yeah, I look forward to talking to you again on, the Weather Watchers.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, let's take a look at what we got going on out there weather-wise here. Satellite radar is pretty active, actually. We do have showers and thunderstorms here across Minnesota and Wisconsin. None of these are severe, which is the good news. Also good news, a lot of rain is on the way with these showers and thunderstorms. If we turn on Lightning Tracker, we do have quite a bit of lightning going on with some of those cells across east central Minnesota and into far northwest Wisconsin, and a few as you head up towards Ely right now, seeing a couple of claps of thunder. Now, we're going to continue to see these showers and thunderstorms as we head through the rest of the afternoon and into the early evening. Tomorrow morning, starting off with some rain, just run-of-the-mill rain showers across northern Minnesota, maybe a few along the South Shore. Then we get a break in the action midday. We'll see another round of showers and thunderstorms, though, as we head into Saturday night. And again, nothing severe is expected there. Should just be some run-of-the-mill showers and thunderstorms. More rain showers continue as we head into Sunday. We'll see those on and off throughout the day on Sunday. It's going to be a cloudy, gloomy, breezy day on Sunday, though, so not going to be too great to be outside. As far as how much rain we can expect along the South Shore, unfortunately not a whole lot, maybe a third of an inch to a half inch, but some areas could see 1 to 3 inches across Minnesota, east central Minnesota, and far northwest Wisconsin. So that is some much needed rain on the way this weekend. As we head into tonight, we'll see some 50s and 60s for lows. Tomorrow, looking at some 80s for highs still across east central Minnesota and northern Wisconsin. 60s and 70s in the Arrowhead and around the head of the lake. So it is going to be cooler around Lake Superior tomorrow with those winds out of the east between 10 and 15, maybe gusting upwards of 20 miles per hour. A cooler start Sunday morning, and then temperatures don't really gain much ground on Sunday. We'll see some 60s for highs on Sunday and even some 50s immediately around the lake. Right now, here in Ironwood, Michigan, it's a very nice 74 degrees. 67 in Ashland, though, and 75 down in Hayward. In Duluth, 67 on the hills, 63 down by the lake, as well as in Superior, 70 for Grand Marais, and 78 up in International Falls. Dew points noticeably higher today, sitting in the 60s, so that humidity definitely is there. For tonight, see some 50s and 60s for lows. Some occasional thunderstorms will be possible through tonight and lingering into early tomorrow morning. Same story into Wisconsin and the UP, and then tomorrow we'll see those 80s across our far southern counties, and then 50s and 60s kind of along the south shore there. In Minnesota, we'll see some 70s for highs in a few areas, but several rounds of showers and thunderstorms will be possible, especially in the afternoon and evening. So here's your extended forecast. We'll see some 70s for highs next week, some opportunities of some rain here and there, some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not everyone will see the rain next week, though, so just kind of keep that in mind. It's not going to be a washout by any means. Definitely some good rain on the way for us here this weekend. Stay tuned. We'll be back with some more news right here from Ironwood.
Well, that is a wrap for our first summer live show for Your Town series.
If you thought there wasn't a lot to do in Ironwood before, consider yourself proven wrong. We've had a lot of fun, and our next live broadcast is going to be in Ashland, July 14th.
Can't wait.
Yeah, very excited again. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, live from Ironwood. And Ironwood, thank you so much for the warm welcome. Stay with us with more news with Hunter and Rob next.
Have a good night.